I'm Dr. Anthony Mitchell. I'm a practicing optometrist in the state of North Carolina. Today we're going to talk about LASIK and if you should get it if you're over the age of 40. And so I have these tabs up. We're going to kind of go through this and then you can kind of like do the same types of Google search. It just makes it really easy for you. But of course, LASIK is something that's recommended for anyone that's over the age of 18, but most doctors, of course, recommend in their mid 20s. That's because we're looking for some type of stability in your prescription, make sure that's not changing. And then, of course, there's a question of whether or not you should do it at the age of 40 because you run into something called presbyopia. Now, to make it really simple, what does LASIK fix? It fixes nearsightedness. And so if you can't see it far away, and if you're farsighted, you can't bring things into focus, things and that are things that are far away, or if you can sometimes also have problems seeing things up close. And of course, the dreaded astigmatism. And so it can help shape the irregularity of your eye to make it easier to bring things in focus. So a lot of people have astigmatism, just about the general population does. This is something that can be very helpful for that. And then what LASIK does is it fixes the cornea. And so it fixes the very front part of the eye. So this is where a lot of the misconception is. A lot of people don't realize this, but what they do is they kind of just open up the clear part of the eye. They laser it, can either steepen or flatten it depending on your type of prescription, and then they reseal it. And then after you heal, you can actually usually see, for the most part, most people see better than what they came in. And so the biggest thing is when you're going to do this, you need to make sure that the cornea is thick enough to be able to do this type of process. And so if your prescription is stable and your cornea is thick enough, then you pretty much are probably a good candidate for LASIK surgery as long as you have realistic expectations. And one of the ways that we can assess the cornea's thickness is using ultrasound pachymetry. It's a non-invasive tool that can measure the thickness of the cornea because the cornea is actually pretty thin. And then this tool is actually here. Actually, I have a video I'll show you. It's this little tool right here. There's different ones that are very similar, but it gets very close to the eye. And they just kind of tap it after the, of course, you numb it. And it will just kind of press on it. And it'll just give you a number of how thick the cornea is. So if it's too thin, then you're not a good candidate for LASIK because they're gonna need to be able to remove some of it in order to fix your vision. Now this is done because the cornea guides the light to hit the retina. Mm, Let's do like this: cornea and retina. So the cornea is the front part of the eye, and if it's not shaped correctly, so um, if it's not shaped correctly, what it's going to do is it's not going to guide light to hit the back of the eye the way it needs to for you to be able to see. And so light will either stop in the front or go way too far back, and it leaves your vision out of focus or very blurry, depending on where it hits. And so when you reshape the cornea, you can help light guide to the very back of the eye, which is the retina, to give you that clear crystal vision. And then, so if you are over 40, your main problem is not your cornea anymore. Your main problem is inside your eye. You have a structure that's called a lens, and you're going to run into something called presbyopia, which is an unavoidable loss of near focusing ability, usually starting in your mid 40s. And so this is caused by the eye's natural lens becoming less flexible. Eventually, this turns into a cataract. You're not at that level yet where it fully stiffens, but you're starting to transition into that type of process. So it makes it really hard to bring things into focus. First thing people start to notice is things up close start to be very difficult. You need more light. And then later on, they start to notice, vision far away starts to be more out of focus, especially like at night. And so this process is natural. And so it makes it very difficult to say whether or not you're going to be a good candidate for LASIK because you're no longer having the same issues as like a normal 25-year-old. You're starting to progress into other parts of the problem, which of LASIK does not fix. 'Cause remember, LASIK fixes the very front part of the eye, which is the cornea. And then when you're in your 40s, you start having internal problems. Oops. Let's do which is this structure right here. So the cornea is the outside, and then you're starting to have problems right here. And so this is inside of your eye. So LASIK does not go this far into your eye at all. It just reshapes your front outer part. And now you're starting to have this structure in here that starts to stiffen, and it makes it really hard to bring things into focus. And so with this process, you're not going to be able to, if you do LASIK, you could, it will fix probably if you're very nearsighted. What will end up happening is you'll be able to see far away the way you'd like to, but now you're going to need like reading glasses. And so there's two ways to really kind of go about this. If you're over the age of 40 and you decide to do it, you have to, one, have realistic expectations. You might not necessarily be at presbyopia just yet, but you're transitioning to that. And so if you get it, your regression pattern might feel like it happens sooner where you end up needing to wear glasses again. And when I mean glasses, I'm meaning like mostly just like reading glasses. You could also do monovision, and this is where they make one eye that's dominant for seeing far away and one eye that's dominant for seeing up close. Now, this doesn't work for everyone. You lose your depth perception, and this might be something you might want to try out before you end up committing with LASIK, which is pretty much permanent for the most part. It can be fixed, but for the most part, it's considered kind of like a permanent thing. And one of the easiest ways to try out monovision is, of course, just to do contacts. And so you could wear a contact that corrects in the same similar fashion so you can see if it's something that you can get used to before you overcommit to doing something like this. If this is something you don't want to do, you could also just wear reading glasses. They're pretty cheap and inexpensive. You can go to Walmart, CVS, all those places, but they're those little reading glasses that you see over at the pharmacy. And if you really think about it, a lot of people, as they get older, start to put reading glasses on. That's because everyone needs help being able to see things up close because everyone eventually runs into presbyopia. Now, how it affects you is unique to the individual. There's different ways how your vision can be affected depending on who you are, like pupil size and what your actual prescription is. Um, so it's not the same for everyone, but everyone eventually runs into presbyopia, which is an inconvenience of making and bringing things into focus. And so if you're over the age of 40 and you want to do LASIK, you could. You just have to have realistic expectations about your vision because LASIK is only going to fix one part of your vision, and now you're having another problem. So if you're okay with wearing reading glasses, you're probably okay. If you would like all the other alternatives like monovision, you may want to try that out. Talk to your doctor about that before you fully commit to something like that. And the other thing is you just need to have realistic expectations. Even if you did LASIK, you're probably still not going to see as good as you did when you were 20 because you are now older and you can't bring things into focus like you used to, even though you will see probably better if you decide to do LASIK. Anyway, if you learned something new, consider subscribing. I'll see you in the next video. And if you've had this experience or are interested, leave a comment and I'll answer those down below too.